Hello friends, SentinalH here, and welcome to Fear Equation. So now that we've completed our tutorial series on Fear Equation, it's time to go ahead and actually play it until we die, so that you can see some actual long-term gameplay of it. So, if you don't know where we're at right now, check out the last episode of the tutorial series, because that is the episode where we did some scavenging, and then after that we set out for a new location. So if we take a look at our map, we can see the state we're in right now, which isn't great. It's actually really bad. So we're here. We just finished scavenging at Damascus. We scavenged the grocery store and the clinic before the fog got so thick that we were going to have like a minute for the clothing store, and the clothing store was too big. We wouldn't have been able to do it. We'd have lost people. So maybe I should have gone for it, but I didn't. So now we are on our way to Darien because it has a gas station. Now we could go over here to Bartow, which has a lot more places to scavenge. The problem is it would use up basically all of our fuel. So if there isn't any fuel there, we'd be screwed. We need fuel right now. So I opted to skip Bartow and go to Darien because it has a gas station, and that's going to be the very first place that we scavenge. However, as you can see on this map, the military is basically at Darien. Now earlier they were heading this way towards us. If they don't head back this way, if they keep going this way, coming this way, we are probably going to die. And there's the Forsaken here, which are the other enemy faction. So we've got both enemy factions here. We're basically out of fuel. We have to get to Darien, and this is really, really bad, because if we run into the military, they're going to blow our train up, and we're just going to be completely screwed, because you have to go really, really fast at top speed to get away from the military, but we can't afford to go top speed because we have no fuel. I really don't think we're making it to salvation in this run, because this left area, it's just there's only one path, and look at this ridiculously long train route. We would never go down there. That would use so much fuel for what? A rail depot might have some fuel, okay. An asylum has some people, I believe. The outpost has a VIP, but can we really justify all that backtracking? I don't think we can. Anyway, the fog is very thick because we're having to go so slow, which means we're probably going to get attacked a bunch with nightmares. Now, if we look at our computer, we can see that we have some new help records. There's people alive at an outpost, at a warehouse at 12:16, survivors alive at a house at 9:10, survivors at the rail depot. So there are people at the rail depot, still alive at the police station in Bartow, so there's people there. And we already scavenged these things, blah, blah, blah. Keep an eye on the detractors. Actually, check this out. So during our last mission, somebody mentioned a purge. Randy, you sure about this purging? Okay. Now this is because the people in our first carriage really, really like me, and that means, unfortunately, that they're becoming fanatical, and so they are going to maybe conduct a purge. In which they are going to travel through the train, killing anyone that doesn't agree with them. Now, there's only two people that are not with them, and that's these guys here in Carriage 2. They got put in Carriage 2 really only because they were not in the same faction as these guys. Now, we want to fix this. If I leave them in this carriage, bad stuff's going to happen. I know it. Bad stuff's going to happen. So it's the orders phase now. So we're going to take out our notebook and we're going to move some passengers okay, so we got to go to carriage 2. Moving passengers from carriage 2 to carriage 1, and we're transferring both of them. Now, there are going to be issues with this. The primary issue with this is cohesion. Okay, the Hammer in the Dark, they really, really like having all the people in their train this carriage being the same faction. This person is the polar opposite faction. This person isn't quite. Now, over time, these guys will shift towards that faction, But the main reason I put them in the same carriage is because we don't have the resources to split between 2 carriages. I've got here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things of food, 3 medical supplies, which keep on being used up. I've got quite a bit of scrap, so I could craft quite a few defenses and quite a few nice materials and chemicals. So we are pretty good as far as that goes. But I just don't feel like what we have right now warrants keeping 2 carriages active, which one of them with only 2 people in it. It doesn't make sense to me, so we're not going to do that. Okay. So now we're in the orders phase, so we need to do some stuff. We have to craft some more defenses. Now, if you look at the dream log, the 5 most recent dreams. So here's what's going on. The 2 people that we just picked up, they are of different faction. They are dreaming of different things. One of them is dreaming about the infected. Now, the unfortunate part is that even though most of the people on the train are dreaming about demons because they're all in the same thing, now most people are dreaming about the infected. And unfortunately, that means that the infected is the most likely thing to attack. Okay, so all in all, I might be making stupid decisions, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to build defenses, and we're going to build one against the infected, and we're going to use these chemicals. Ideally, we would do this in the second carriage, but like I said, I just don't feel like we have any reason to keep us going. To have 2 people in 1 carriage by themselves. So we are going, and they're going to get purged anyway if they're not in the same carriage. So we're not going to use our chemicals yet, actually, in case they get purged. So what we're going to do is no, cancel. I don't want to move and dump cargo. I want to build defenses. Hazard suit targets infected. Containment sacks target pods. Heated surfaces, solvent spray. I mean, honestly, I need to build more demon protection. So let's just use some scrap and build something about the infected. Okay, then we're going to upgrade the train. And what we're going to upgrade is we're going to upgrade the engine. We're just not... Because honestly, I don't care if they build those defenses or not. It's just not something I care that much about. So we're going to skip through everything. Survivors at the rail depot. Warehouse. Offices at Bartow. The problem is the rail depot is just so far down that stupid one-way track. Okay, so we're gonna end up back here at this. We're gonna end up at this sector right here. It's got an outpost. So actually, let's change our route, and we're not gonna skip straight through to that place. We're gonna head here first because it's on our way, and we're going to scavenge at this outpost to see if we can get anything out of it. We're going to get there tomorrow, the 9th, at 1 a.m., which is good. What did they finished the fuel capacity upgrade. Oh no, it's at 11%. Oh, so they just let you know how far along it is. Alright. Bad stuff's probably going to happen. But we're only going to keep this, this Let's Play is only going to go until we die. And we're probably going to die. We have 3 beacons for Hail Marys. Oh, there we go. Infected. I haven't seen this one before, so I assume it's the infected. Yep, sure is. Yep. Who knows what is going to happen. Probably something pretty bad. Alright. That didn't take long, did it? And it's because the fog's so thick. The thicker the fog is, the more likely it is that you'll get attacked. Unbelievable. The carriage doesn't have any defenses. We were fit and healthy. Randy Jones let us all down. Injuries 8. Okay, this isn't good. 3 injuries treated by Irene Gonzalez with 1 medical services. Randy Jones died because of a contagion. Okay. Maybe I think moving these people into carriage 1 was actually a horrible decision now. If they had been in carriage 2, they would have been the only ones affected. Temporary effects of minor contagion. Okay, see, I've never been attacked by the infected before, but it does seem like their primary thing is contagion. So we did lose someone now. Funnily enough, the carriage is no longer complaining about cohesion. And I think that's because there's now only 1 person that's different from the group, rather than 2. So at least that's something. Hygiene masks, yeah, whatever. I should have left them in carriage 2. They probably would have died from the contagion and we would have been good. So, there's more help messages. Always check your help messages. Military are heading to the warehouse at 3-3. Alright, well, let me check the map. They're not... Okay, so they're heading here to this warehouse. That's at least something. At least they're not heading to where I'm going. Okay, so we're going to be at our destination on the 20th. No, we're at the 20th of July right now. We're going to get there at the 23rd. All right. And the fog is very thick, which is just a problem. We have to go so slow to not run out of fuel that it's a problem. All right, let's check our carriage. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but yeah, we're still the most likely to be attacked by the infected. We're not going to. I'm not going to give them any additional orders because we really want them to. Wait a second. Oh, this person, Norma Adams, she's of a different faction, but she is now the leader of this carriage. Really? They made her the leader? That surprises me. She doesn't. I mean, I would have thought Jennifer Edwards, since she has so much negotiation skill, would be the leader. That doesn't make much sense to me, but whatever. They're still dreaming about the infected, and we need to make sure they actually build some stuff. So we've already told them to build that defense. If we don't give them any more tasks, they'll get it done. Clothing store at Baldwin. Yeah, I wasn't able to do that. Field capacity 30%. Okay, so what's happening here is they're not even going to start building this until the upgrade is done, and so it's actually a problem because apparently it's going really slowly, which is surprising because in previous times when I've done it, people have done the upgrades actually very quickly. So we may end up dying before we even reach our next place if we keep getting attacked. Nope, no attack that time. That was good. Failed to treat injuries, medical resource use. So she's wasting our... We didn't have anyone who was good at medicine in this, playthrough here. We didn't get anybody. So the unfortunate part is that they keep wasting our medical supplies. They're not able to treat anybody, but they're still wasting and using them up. Okay? It's really unfortunate. Okay, so there's still no point in doing the lottery because, well, we're not going to have any lottery to do. Many survivors still alive at the rail depot. I mean, it does sound like going there might be a good idea, but... Okay. So just keep in mind when you're playing this that if you queue up defenses and upgrades in the same carriage, they will do the... prioritize the upgrade first. Huh. Purge. So a purge was just conducted. And wasted our last medical resource. 7 sympathizers, yeah. Well, see, everyone was sympathetic to the purge. The thing is, there was nobody else on the train, so they couldn't, in any of the other carriages, so they couldn't actually purge anybody. Okay, so this Norma Adams is now a member of the Hammer of the Dark. Okay, so she was over here, But now she's moved over here with the group. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So that's interesting, very interesting. So there we go. Now, there's still nothing we can do. We're still waiting for the 23rd. So let's just keep passing the time because I want them to get this upgrade and defense is done. So we can't very well give them any more jobs to do. Lots and lots of help messages. Baldwin, we're leaving there. The military going to the warehouse. Survivors at the police station at Bartow. So, we might go to. Here's the thing. If we can get some fuel before we get there, we'll go to Bartow. Survivors at the chemist at Darien. Survivors at the rail depot. Many survivors apparently. Many survivors. Survivors at the library. Many survivors at the clothing store at Damascus. So more and more that rail depot is looking like a place we should go. Of course, if all we're going to get out of it is more survivors, there needs to be fuel and food and resources at the rail depot to make it worth it. Because we have to backtrack after we're done. Oh, demons. Yep. That's... Or... It looks like demons, but it doesn't look like demons. I think that was demons. I know demons is red, but it didn't quite feel like demons. Yeah, it's demons. 4 injuries. Fuck. Goodness. It doesn't pay to go slow. People have stab wounds now. And their contagion is getting worse. This isn't going to work. We are going to have major, major problems. Okay. It's the 23rd. We're at the location. That means we can scavenge. Excellent. So now we need to actually do the lottery. I want... Alright, who's the best at... Who's the best at searching? He is. I don't want to send people that are super injured. This guy is only moderately decent at breaching. Like, we might not even send either of them. We might just send these people because they're all really good at hauling. Except, man, her stats are being taken down immensely. Kimberly Williams, I think she's our guarding person. Yeah, and her stats are quite low now. So her guarding status is so low, she's not even alive. But we have a shotgun and we can give her to boost her back up. Okay, so we need to go into the work phase in order to actually do our scavenging mission. Train is in motion. Oh, it's not like, what? I've set my destination to this outpost. Why are we not stopped? Why was I unable to scavenge? We were at our destination. Why is the train still moving? Have I run into a bug? We're at our destination, but I can't pull the brake. Let's fill out our lottery again. Scavenging to say, well, train's in motion. The train is not in motion. Alright, well, that's a problem. So, it doesn't appear to be working properly. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll come back later, and hopefully things will start working. I'm SentinalH, and I'm signing out.